What's up, guys? Today's Monday, and it means that we are playing our usual tournament. As you see, I start my streams with the same phrase every time. Unfortunately, today the girls are busy as usual. So, once again, you have to watch the boring strategical chess. There'll be no tactical battles, no stress, no time troubles, just pure domination. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope I'll show my best skills. I'm not in my best form, to be honest, but still I'll try it. And I already don't remember what to do here. I think I have many options. I'll go for queen d3. The opponent is strong, so we are being tested from the start. I may go bishop b3 and then c2, or maybe I'll start with rook e1 rather. No, I like bishop b3 more. So basically, we're having here's a position with an isolated pawn, and with the isolated pawn is a weakness itself, and also the d5 square in front of it is weak. So I have to avoid the exchanges, which is not favoring my playstyle, to be honest. And I have to create some threats. So this is one of them. So now I'm playing bishop g5. And now black, I kind of forced to play g6 because otherwise I'm taking on f6 and taking on h7. g6 is played. So yeah, now I have forced like a weakness. So I'll go for rook d1, I think. Maybe rook e1 then. I'm not exchanging. Bishop is going to h6, I think, in no time. Knight d5 is played, so black is trying to force me to exchange bishops. Of course, I'm not doing this. I also don't want the f4 square to be weakened. I'll just play rook e1. So you see, black can take on c3, and then I'll be forced to take with my pawn, and then black will take on a3. But this is a sacrifice that I'm willing to make, because I think that black will lose the momentum, and I will be able to make some progress in my initiative. So I'm playing h4, then h5. The pawn on g6 will be weakened, then I maybe will have some sacrifices. For example, yeah, bishop f8 is played, so now I am maybe playing bishop g5, or maybe I'm not. Bishop g5, bishop e7 will be played. So I'm not sure about this. I have many options, to be honest. I can go for queen e3, for example, then exchange on queen h6. I think this is nice. Maybe I'll do it. Yeah, let's go. Or maybe queen d2, rather. No, I think queen e3 is a little bit better. Let's do it. So basically, I want to play h5 now. Or maybe I want to take on f8. I don't think that this is such a strong threat, really, because black will be able to play queen f6 and defend from all this. But I'm gaining some tempos, and the e3, I think the e3 was not the right square, because now black can play knight e7 and we'll have one extra tempo maybe. Or maybe it's a mistake, I'm not sure, because now I'm taking and now then playing queen h6. Isn't this just strong? Oh no, bishop takes f3 is possible. So maybe I'm playing h5 first. And to be honest, I'm not sure already that my position is this good. Maybe I can play d5. d5, knight takes d5, then queen h6, and knight g5. No, I don't think it works. I can play h5, of course. Knight d5, queen h6, queen f6, the exchange. Now let's go h5. I don't have too much time to think, to be honest. So I have to play a little bit faster. I'm not sure that this is like strong enough, but at least we are making some problems for black. So it's always possible to win here. The threats are strong. So see, if black plays knight d5, then my knight on f3 is not attacked anymore, and I can play queen h6, and black will not have the bishop take a f3 move. Black can straight take on f3, of course, but I think that I will still have some attacking chances. Yeah, so that's black's choice. Also, bishop is always better than the knight, as you know. And this position is no exception, I think. But yeah, this was a strong decision from black, to be honest. Knight d5 now. The pawn on c3 is attacked. Yeah, maybe this was really a misplay from me. So what can I do here? I can play rook d3, of course. Rook d3 is a fine move, but black will play knight b4. So my position is already definitely worse after this. I can take on g6 first and then think. I think this is a nice option. Oh, I have more time actually. This may be a factor. So I'm playing queen g4, threatening the sacrifice on g6. Also, king g7 will be a huge mistake. He plays queen e5, queen f6 rather. I'll play rook e5 and go for a little trick here. Now I think he takes on c3 and I take on g6. Let's hope it works. Oh, it doesn't work. I blundered. Queen takes f2. But there are still some problems for black. Not so easy to solve. Rook f6 will be played, sadly, and this may be enough. I think I'll play rook e5, just for some problems. Queen f4. Oh, this is a strong move, really. Oh no. I don't know what to do, to be honest. Wow, he gave up a knight for some reason. So the exchanges happen. Oh no, I can't exchange. That's not good. So this is an intense moment. I can't be commentating now. Oh no, this was a mistake. Oh, and somehow I won it. Wow. What a start to the tournament. This ending was not favoring me, of course, and you know that. Uh, I want a little break to put my camera setup on. Uh, but I don't really have time to do this. So what are my next moves? Knight f3. I can't really concentrate, guys. This is weird. I think I'm playing h3 now. No, maybe a3 first. I can't fix the camera in the good position. Oh my god, I have to win the game first. The opponent is not strong, so I'll have time to do this. I think I'll better waste some time, but I'll make a good setup. So is this good enough, guys? What will you say about this? He offers a draw. Bishop d6. No draws for you guys. No draws. We are playing for win. I'll just castle. I could have played better, really. I made some not so strong moves. Knight g4. Yeah, I missed some of my advantage, sadly. But I still have an extra pawn, so who cares? We'll just exchange. And just play f4. Why not? He checks. Go away. I have a space advantage, the center. Queen f6 is played. I can play e5, I think. Yeah, let's go e5. Then I'll take on g6, then I'll take on d4. Yeah, is it working? He'll take on c3 first. I'll still have an extra pawn, so doesn't really matter. I'll take on h7. Oh, he even misses that I created the threat. g5. We're playing e6 now. Thank you, guys. I'm happy that you are as excited as I am. This was really an important game. I didn't really play well, but I got the results, so who cares? G4 he's playing, yeah. Yeah, I really have to concentrate, guys. I'm not showing a good realization, to be honest. I'm doing some weird stuff. Bishop h5 is a very strange move, to be honest. Just play queen e5. He takes. Maybe just play g3. No, I'll just take. He'll play bishop g4 then. No, g3 is better. And rook e1. So we're just putting our pieces in the center in order not to blunder some random stuff. Take on c7. g5 is played. g5 is not looking good. I think I'll just take. No, he'll take on e4. Oh, he's creating some problems. Let's go e7. Yeah, I'm really playing bad. Let's just take with our rook. I want as much exchanges as I can possibly get. Because I'm a little bit scared already. And this check just destroys him. I'm not taking any berserks again, so I want to show you some good chess, some skill. I want to show you that I'm called like a FIDE master for a reason. Oh, this opponent is strong. And this is the first time, actually I am two-upping him, but this is the first time I'm playing black. Bishop d3 is played, so what's my move? I can play c5 if I want to play for a win. Why not? Let's go. One more game with an isolated pawn. c3, knight c6. d3, so I can take. Do I really want to take? No, I think I'm happy to play the position with isolated pawn. I'll go knight e7. Well, knight f6 will be better, but I'm not sure that I can afford this. He'll check, bishop e6, knight g5, castling. The exchange on e6. Bishop takes f2, knight e4. I'm not sure, let's count it. I think it's gonna work. Let's try. Let's try it. I hope it works. Oh, he takes with a knight. This is really not a good decision. So at least he should have took with the rook. Yeah, everything that my opponent does now favors me, definitely. So I'll just exchange and play e5, and I'm controlling the center. So what else I can want, really? So I got everything I need to win this. I'll just play e4, then knight e5, then the g4 spot is compromised. Do I even want to play e4? I'm not even sure about this. Maybe queen b6 is better. Oh, I like e4 move so much. Let's go. I think e4 is really well timed here. And now knight e5. I think my pieces are really in the right places for this. So I'll go knight g4, then queen h4, and my attack just is snowballing here. Do I want this knight to go on g4? Yeah, I think I do. Because he's like forced to play rook e2, and after this I can play knight d3 even. Because knight is not attacked anymore. Oh, rook g3 is played. I can take on f2 if I want. What will he do? He'll play queen h5 maybe? Or what? I can play queen f6. This is a little bit... No, the pawn will be attacked here. Queen h4 also is an option. Queen takes d5 check. h3 then. And what? Rook takes f2. This is really a good decision. No, let's just take on f2. I don't want to risk it really. We have such a good position. Now knight d3. Oh no, wow. Wow, I miscalculated it. Seems like. Let's just play queen f6. I think this is at least at least safe. So I give up the d5 pawn. Who cares? But at least I'll not lose some more material, some significant. And I create a lot of tactical threats. Yeah, it takes. What's the next move? Knight d4 is played. I think I have a very nasty move here. I think that I know that this looks awkward, but I think it works. This is so strange. How it is a good move? I can't believe it. Ah. Oh no, impossible. If I'm winning this game, I'm a chess wizard. How? Yeah, really, it works. Seems like it works. I'll at least take on g3. So he can't move the rook away because of queen f2 and then queen f1. Oh my god. Oh, really asking me a question, so... Oh, I'll be able to save my knights, really? Let's play rook d8. No, I have so many options. Yeah, I really want to just go for a safe continuation. Play g6, king g7. Now I'm safe. Yeah, let's go. Now it's done. Wow, knight h1 was strong. I like this move so much. You know, I have like a really weird sequence of moves that I count while playing a game. So I'm starting with some weirdest, like the most awkward, strange moves, and when it works, this is just something really insane. Oh, thank you guys for your donations. I hope that this means that I'm playing well. Oh, knight c3. He's trying to go on b5. Or maybe even play d5. Wow. d5 is really a serious one. I don't want to concede this move, so maybe I'll take on d4. Queen takes. This guy really likes to take with his queen in the center. And do I really need to say that this is usually not a good decision to do so? Oh, and now he concedes knight e4. Queen d3, and I think now queen a5 works as well. Queen a5 is such a... queen a5 is not good because I'll take bishop takes c3 and he'll play bishop d2. So this is not the best move. I think it's better to take first and then play queen a5. Yeah, that's nice. He's like forced to play bishop d2, I think. I can at least take on d2. I think I'll do exactly that. There is also a knight c5 move. But yeah, I really don't want... Oh, I can also play d5. d5, d5. Yeah, let's go. d5 is a nice move. And when he plays c4, I'll take on d2. So I'll even force him to do one more useless move. And he can't really afford moves like c4 because his developing really sucks. Also, now I have... Oh no, I don't have this one. g3 he plays. So people say that castling is never a mistake. I can agree with that. h4 he plays. Let's go b6. Then bishop a6. Why not? Put some pressure. Now I'll play queen c5 because I want to exchange queens. He is forced to exchange because otherwise he'll lose on f2 and he blunders this. I was absolutely sure that he will blunder this. Now queen takes g3 is nice. I don't really want to count. I'll take on g3. I don't see a reason to just overthink this position. Oh, and he even doesn't exchange. And yeah, now it's definitely over. h6. That's like a desperate last chance. Queen f2 is maybe not so safe. So what's my best move here? Maybe just knight f2 is fine. Now rook c8. I will not be taking this pawn. This pawn protects my position. Yeah, I'm happy. Chess is a nice game. Bishop e1. Can I maybe play knight g4? One more tactical move. Why not? I'll play queen g5, though. Did I really blunder a knight? This is not a good place. Okay, now I'm starting to waste too much time, so let's play a little bit faster. I have a huge material advantage, so I don't have a reason to really think too much. I'll exchange. Play like rook c4. Maybe I'll bet him to play e3. This is a blitz game, so it's possible. Bishop e3 he plays. Now rook e4. I'm not even taking on e2. I don't want him to be developing. Bishop g5 he plays. I'll just take it. No, I won't. Why would I do that? Now I'm trying to do some weird stuff for no reason. This is just for a checkmate. It's funny, guys. So if he played bishop c1, I'll play bishop c4, and he has no moves. Like, absolutely not a single move. Yeah. See, it's nice when you can play good chess and still have fun. This last game wasn't really a good chess, to be honest. But I'm trying. Once again, not such a strong opponent, and I've already won one game against him. C4. Knight f6. Why do they really play this so often and take with the queen? This is just makes no sense. So if a player like read one book in his life, this was like Nimzovich's book, he will never do that because this makes no sense. So what will I do here though? Knight e4. So I think I'll play f3. Just to play e4. So I just want my control of the center. That's it. Nice and easy. This move is not really better than like knight f3 or just anything, but thank you, bro. Oh, Sri Lanka. This is far away. Is chess really a popular game in your country? I don't really have this kind of knowledge. So please tell me. E5 is played. So what is my reaction? Maybe I want to take. Maybe I don't want to take. Is there a reason in taking, really? I can also play d5, to be honest. No, taking is better, I think. I'll take. I will take. Then I will play bishop e3, maybe. No, I think I was not making a good move, good decision by taking on a5. I'm not sure. Bishop b4. Maybe I can just play queen d4, really. Endgame definitely favors me, so why not? I'll have two bishops in this endgame. Or yeah, or he will just take. Oh, actually, maybe I was mistaken. He will now play knight c6. But I'll take on f6. I think that in this exact situation, I can give up my bishop. And it will be fine, I think. I'll still have to solve some problems, really, but I'll play bishop b5, or maybe queenside castling first. Yeah, queenside castling is nice. Yeah, I'm from Russia. Hello. Oh, we have some baiters in chat. We're saying that Karabakh is Azerbaijan. I'm not talking about politics in this channel, so nice try, but it will not happen. King b2. So he's castling. I'm playing knight b5, or maybe knight e2 first. No, bishop b5 is better. Bishop b5. I just don't like him to play knight e5, to be honest. Because it will be... Wow. Why did he just put his knight in the border when he could play knight e5? And this move really had no drawbacks comparing to knight a5. So this is really a weird decision. Now my only task is not to let like this knight to stand on c4. Oh, this exchange favors me, I think. Because now, you see, when he had two bishops, this is one thing. But when he has one bishop, this bishop is not as scary. And his weak spots are really becoming weak, so he can feel it. For example, now I'm playing knight h5, and he already can't defend the f6 pawn. How can you play with me? Well, you cannot really guarantee the opportunity to play with me, but you can at least join our club and then register in the tournaments that usually are happening in Mondays. And if you are lucky enough or unlucky, it really matters on just what result you're looking for to win the tournament or to play against me. So you can face me, you can face Fatality, Pinkamena, our young stars, if you know them. So bishop goes to e2. So what am I doing? I'm playing rook d4 here. So I want only one file to be open, and this will be an e file. And he can't even play rook e8 because of the fork. Oh, he plays c5. I underestimated this move. But I can play rook g4 check. Go for some checkmate ideas. No, I think it's not happening. But I don't want to take as well. So what am I doing here? Oh, this is intense. I'll take. Oh no, this is really not an easy position. Oi, oi, oi. Oh yeah, that's a nice recovery. I can give a check and play knight e4. This will really help me. No, I'm having really a lot of time troubles early in the tournament. This is not nice. This is something you have to avoid, really. What am I? I'm playing king c1 here. I want my rook on d1. I want it bad. Bishop c4 he is playing. I can take on c5 now. And take on b7. But yeah, this is already a draw. If he plays correct. I'll go king b2 now. I have to be really careful here. Knight d6, check. I'm going c2. Oh wow. I couldn't go on the d file because of rook d8. So once again, he is really making some problems for me. Rook e1 now. I want to block the king's path. Oh, and this was a mistake. I had to play g4. Actually, this is a huge mistake. He can play attack the knight, and I'll lose a pawn. Oh no, this is not good. What am I thinking? Oh, he didn't take the pawn. Why? Now I'm playing g4. Now I'm playing knight c5. No, yeah, now his position will fall after this. This is a check. Now I take the pawn on a7. Knight d7 is coming also. Knight e4 is coming. Knight d7. What about knight d7? Oh no, this is not a good check. What am I doing? Yeah, it gives me a second chance. I'll take on f6 now. And knight d7 finishes it. No, I really face some troubles, to be honest. This is far from comfort. Whew. This was intense. I feel like I was not making really too much mistakes. Rook e1 was a huge mistake. I had to play g4. But in this position, it was already a draw, so I let my advantage slip a little bit. I was not playing good inning as well. Once again, the opponent what we have already played against. But once again, we played actually with black. against him. And what was my reaction? I think that I just took. Yeah. I said you maybe that I'll just take and not think. Just develop my pieces. Castling is made, so now I am playing bishop, what, e7, d6? e7, I think. I don't want my bishop to be under attack. Bishop f4, now I'm castling. Rook e1, and now I'm playing c5. Oh, this was actually, I think this guy, when I played against him, I almost lost. So I have to be careful now. I remember exchanging this bishop, but he played bishop g5 in the previous game. So I played h6 and knight h5. So what's my reaction in this position? I can take on f3, then take on d4. I think I'll do this. This is quite simple, really. So my position is definitely not better, but it's fine. And he'll have some problems. I'll play knight d5 now. Yeah, it's not a blunder. Yet. Then my other knight will go on f6. And all my pieces stand really in pretty nice positions. Of course, he'll have some threats on the king side, but you see, once again, this is a nice position with an isolated pawn, and I already have one minor piece exchanged. But otherwise, it's a bishop for the knight, not a good exchange. But still, this position is equal, I'm sure about this. So what's my plan? My plan is just to exchange. But I don't want to, like, recover his pawn structure, so I'm never taking on c3, of course. So what pieces can I really exchange? Rook c8 may be a safe call, I think. Well, actually, maybe he has a slight advantage, to be honest. I'll play rook c8. I don't want to think too much. Bishop e5. Wow, this is actually a nice square for a bishop. But now I can play it otherwise. I can play bishop d6, maybe. Or take on c3. What's better? You know what? I think... No, actually, I don't know. Maybe bishop d6 still. Oh no, now he'll play knight b5. I'll play bishop b4. A very difficult position. No, he has a slight advantage. I was not correct about the evaluation. I'm really playing with fire here. You can think that this is useless because I'll never take on a5, but my real plan is to take on c3, then to take on e5. In this exact order. I had an idea to exchange on c3, then play bishop a3, and then play bishop d6, then knight d5, something like this. But I thought that he maybe will take on f6 and we'll have a different colored bishop position, and this is close to a draw, so I didn't want it. No, I actually don't think that this is a nice decision. So I'll exchange now. Exchange here. Then exchange here. And then play g6. And now his bishop is like useless on the king side. So he will be useless in sense of like creating threats. And my knight on d5 is a power piece here. The problem is he will not play bishop b. So I have one more chance for my knight to stand there. Queen c7 is a possibility. Queen e7 is a possibility. I think I'll go for queen c7. I'll maybe try to exchange queens. This is not what you often want to do when you have queen and a knight against queen and a bishop, but I think it's this exact position. If I don't do this, he maybe will play bishop b3, then h5, then maybe some attack will start on the king side, so I'll play it safe. Also, I don't have too much time, really, so I have to choose some safe paths. I'm not scared of the h-file with my queen. Oh, I think this is a mistake, to be honest. Because the queen on h4 is really strong now. And if he takes on g6, which I think he will, then h-file becomes like my power spot. Bishop b3, yeah? Now I'll exchange. Then play queen g5. Now the pawn on e5 is attacked. Then I'll play knight f4. And that was exactly what I was talking about. So now his bishop will be useless. He's forced to take on g6, because otherwise I will take on h5 with my knight. And when he takes, I have the h-file. I have a safe king that he will never be able to create a decent threats against. Oh, he actually sacrifices a pawn. That's a brave decision, but I don't think that this really changes much. Well, now he gives up the e5 pawn as well. Even if he didn't blunder this game already started to turn around in my favor. And now, obviously, he has no chance, almost. Because his bishop is absolutely useless. And he blunders one more thing. It's a final nail in the coffin, and he was close, he played nice, but in the end, I won it. Oh, actually, there is one player who just joined the tournament, played 6 games, that's as much as I did, and he's in the first place already, because he took the berserks. So, you see, this will be one more tournament when I don't lose a single game and still not win the tournament. But yeah, at least I have to win every game. So this is a challenge. This will be really a huge thing to... Oh wow, he's berserking. This guy is so bold. He has 1800 rating and he's berserking against me having 2500 and already winning twice against him. He will not even have an additional time, and I think he already lost, actually. Yeah, this game is already done. King e7 he plays. That's bold, but this will not change anything. e5. c5 rather. I just play bishop d2. I wanted to take berserk as well, but I don't see this button behind my like streaming kids, so I couldn't do it even if I wanted to. Queen d5. Let's just play bishop c6. Well, this guy was brave. Let's give him that. We have some quick points. While the guy who was first place is taking a pause. G4. Wow. These guys are not taking any prisoners. C4, yeah, is played. I don't really know what to do here. So I'll just play it like nice and simple without any complications. Maybe I'll play h5. Why not? Just to exploit this weakness. Of course, I'm not taking with my rook. Why would I do that? I just play knight f6, then take with my knight. That's it. Maybe I'll play queen g5 if there is some reason to do so. I think there is not. So h3 is played. This really looks like a blunder. I already almost can't believe that this can be working. This has to be a blunder. Let's check it. Now I'll just play knight f6, no? Bishop c5. He'll play e3. Queen h2 is possible. It will force king f1 move. I can play e5 also. But he'll take on d5, yeah. I'll play knight f6, I think. He'll play e3. And then I'll play e5. That's really nice. So now I'm controlling the center. Is there an e4 move maybe? Yeah, I think e4 is nice. We are just not joking anymore. Oh, whoever plays g4 has to be like punished. Because this is not chess. Bishop e2, yeah? I want to checkmate him. I do not want to like mess up with this guy. What can I do? I can play queen h2. I can take on g4. I think I have to take on g4. This is better. But with which one? I think I'll take with my knight. Because I want his queen to remain like useless. Now I'll go queen h1. Defending the pawn, attacking the knight. Now he'll play king f1, I'll play bishop f3, and now he'll realize how bad is his position, because now he's checkmated in 2 moves, and he can't defend against it, like, absolutely he can't. Yeah. He has nothing to do against it. So that's the punish, that was the punish. That's what you do when your opponent play anti-chess. Guys, I remind you that you are free to ask any questions that you desire, because we need some activity in chat. So I will not lose my like hype, excitement. d4, knight f6, knight f3, g6, bishop g5. So I'm building my like brick houses once again. Knight c6. Maybe I can even think of e4. Usually I don't do this, but knight c6 I think is too much. He has to play d6 now, of course. Maybe h6 is possible as well. d5 is played. d5, really? I have a lot of nice options here. It's a question of choice. I'll go e5, I think. Is he planning to play knight e4? Because I think it's not working. What did you think about the performance of Nepo? Well, it happens, guys. It happens to everyone. So this is a sad thing that we didn't have as much of an excitement as we wanted from this match, but we just have to understand that for Jan himself, this is much more difficult than you can imagine. Brother, can you give some tips about OTB tournaments? I'm not sure what are you talking about. What is OTB? Sorry, I don't understand. So the exchange happens now. Maybe I had to win this pawn. I didn't do this, but maybe I had to. I could have played g4 and take on e4. But I decided that I don't need this pawn. Maybe I was mistaken. I can take it now, of course. Well, I exchanged the potential material advantage for the positional advantage. Do I really have this much of it? So what can I do here? Where can my pieces go? Knight b3 or knight c4. There are a lot of nice possibilities here. It's very hard to choose between all this. I'll prefer knight c4, I think. Maybe I will not, because my bishop is about to be attacked. I'll play bishop a4. That's what I'll do. Because now, like, queen b3 is threatened. Oh, and actually he gives me this opportunity to take on b7, still play knight e5 and queen b4. I think this is a blunder. I don't believe in this move. Yeah, let's go. I'm not scared of anything. I'll meet knight a5 with queen b4. Over the board, chess with pieces. Oh wow, what's happening, guys? What is this? I can take on c7, of course. This is one hell of a move. Yeah, this guy is not joking. So please, I want to like finish this game and then I'll take my time and answer your questions. Now I'm too scared. I doubt that this is a good move because I can go bishop a5. I think this is a little bit too much. Now, of course, he has to play knight e2 check. I'll go away. At least he'll not lose some... Oh, no, he will lose material. I'm controlling the d8 square. Also, bishop b4 is threatened. And yeah, he just has a lot of his pieces hanging. Now I'll take on d4 maybe first. Yeah. No, he just blundered every single piece in his position. Now knight b3. And even his bishop is not going away. He lost so many pieces defending this bishop and he couldn't even save it in the end. So what was the question? over the board. So what kind of advice do you want? So what like advantages you can get? I think it's not too different comparing to the online chess. So just the time feels a little bit slower than in online chess. That's it. That's all I can say. So just play fast, play good, you'll win. If you want to like be progressing in chess, it's better, much better to play classical games, not blitz games, because you will learn much. Regarding nerve control. Nerve control. You see, that's very interesting questions. I recently played Team Championship of Russia, and I had like my entire team like of guys who are easily tilted. So I could control my nerves well, and the coach could also. But all the players, they were just like their skill was how good of chess they play. This was really so their like mood was really a factor, I'd say. And this is like so strange for me because I never had this kind of problems, so I can't like understand what's it all about. Oh wow, what is this move? So this guy is not really scared of anything. Playing like this is I don't know what to say. King d7. I'll just go away. Yeah. Boom, e4, I think. When you're moving and when you throw the pieces by mistake. Oh, about throwing the pieces by mistake, like, don't be like too nervous about this. When you gain some experience, not really much experience you need for this, you'll stop doing this, so you will control the pieces very well. This doesn't really require too much skill. Oh, we have some nice tactics once again. So the opponents are playing like cooperative chess, helping me. Yeah, hello, Zach. So you look somehow like Fatality, especially in the eyes. I'm not understanding what you are asking. So is your question about like, do I look in the eyes of my opponent? Is it about this? Or you are saying that I'm familiar? I look like Fatality, or what is the question? Sorry, I just don't get it exactly. So yeah, I've never understood like this kind of thing that nerves in chess. So you just come and play just the best moves that you can master, and you get the result. So what's the problem? What does really the mood matter? Yeah, I have some problems like when I'm playing against my friends. So my results are worse. But this is the pure statistics. So I can't say that I really feel too much pressure while playing against my friends. So I'm trying to play normally. So I think the nerve problem is not even about chess. It's more about your like personality. Sometimes it helps. So you see, for example, I don't have problems with nerves, but I'm not easily like hyped. So I don't have the thing that I'm calling the personality of a champion. So I don't possess that. There is a little resemblance between me and Fatality. That's fun. Never thought about it. Maybe you're right. So now we're having an extra pawn. And now we're having an extra minor piece. Yeah, today is just not a strong tournament, to be honest. So we have the opponents with very low rating. We had some tough games, but this time is gone. I think I just have too much points to let this slip. Even by like not playing my best, so not taking berserks, but still it's gonna be enough. Definitely. Rook d1. Now we're just eating pieces. So yeah, 40 points. This is much points. We are getting lucky with the opponents that we get. We're getting lucky in terms of like winning the tournament, but we are not getting lucky in terms of like having some challenge. I hope we'll get some more skilled opponents. And I hope you'll ask your questions so I could like have fun myself a little bit answering it while just doing my job. Just winning games. So yeah, French defense playing c5. You see, in the past years, like in like 1800, like this, there was a lot of discussion about around this pawn structure. So you see, there was Nimzovich who was saying that French defense is just bad. So he just put the evaluations like e4, e6, and he said that e6 is a weak move. So he just put a question mark after the e6 move. And then he just d4, d5, and then e5, and he like says that e5 is a brilliant move that just gives white a huge advantage. On the other hand, there was like Tarosh, who was saying that e5 is a mistake. He played like c5, that this is a strong move, and black has an advantage. And they had a really tough discussion. And in the end, of course, we all know that all this is bullshit, and this position is equal, as every position is equal in the opening when you do some normal moves. So yeah, this is a theory. You see, I'm not playing knight h6 in the first place because I am exchanging on d4, but I don't. This exchange favors white, but I have to do this because if I don't, I play knight h6. White could have been taking the h6 knight. Queen takes b2 is not working there because my queen will be captured. Castling is a blunder, so now the pawn can be defended. So there were two options: knight c3 or b3. Or bishop takes h6 was also possible, but that's a little bit worse. I still have to be a little bit careful here. For example, I'm not sure if I can take on d4. I'll not do it, I think it's too much. I'll just move the queen away. Yeah, I think I won the tournament, yeah. I just want not to lose a single game, and this is not going to be a big deal, I think, because I don't get really skilled opponents. So what is now? Bishop e7 is a safe call, I think. We have 20 minutes remaining. And yeah, white of course has some compensation here. You can't take it away from white. So yeah, at least there is some fight still going on. But to be honest, this compensation is definitely not enough, because even if white somehow win the b7 pawn, for example, with the exchange, for example, like knight c5, then somehow take on b7, of course I'll not give up this pawn easily. I'll just play b6, I think. But even if this happens, I think I still have an advantage. So I'm not even like scared of bishop takes f5, because the bishop will then have a good square on e6, and the position will be safe. I'll have two bishops once again. This is like the advantage that can be used if somehow I lose my material advantage. Queen d2, yes, played. So what can I think? I can play bishop b4. I don't see if it's like has some sense. I think I'll play b6 first. I want this knight on b3 to be blocked. I'll do it. And then I'll think. Now I have some ideas like knight b4 and bishop a6. I think this actually is a nice decision. Bishop g5 is played, so this looks like a blunder on d4, to be honest. But it has to be counted carefully. Knight takes d4. If he takes on e7, it's done. So give me a sec, guys. Yeah, screw it, I'll do it. Yeah, let's go. Let's try it. I think it works. Oh, bishop takes f5 is a huge mistake. Oh, actually, it wasn't working, I think, because bishop takes e7, knight takes b3, queen g5. So I blundered and I could lose. I could have lost the game, actually. Oh, and this is like, what is this? So you see, I'm not as good in tactics as I want to be. Oh no, it was working. So if I take on knight takes d4, so if he has to take with knight on f3, and then I can take bishop takes g5 first. And if he takes knight b takes d4, then I'll take knight takes d4 once again. And if he takes knight takes d4, I take bishop takes g5. So this was working. I just felt it. So you see, I didn't even count it correctly, but I felt that it has to be working. Oh, now we have a strong opponent. Let's go. We can really lose this game, so we have to concentrate now. c5 is played. So is he about to take on d4? No, he's playing b6. So yeah, I'll play bishop e2. I just don't want some complications. I'll just play safe. I'll play h3. Queen c2 then. I want to control the a4 square. Oh no, this was not a good move. Now I'll play queen a4. So maybe I want this tempo. Black can play queen c7. This will be a strong move. But if he doesn't know this, he can maybe not find it. And even if he plays queen c7, I can play bishop a6 and exchange this bishop. Once again, in this pawn structure, my plan is just to... My plan is to exchange light squared bishops, and that black's bishop is really out of position here. So he just looks straight into d4 pawn. So usually in this kind of pawn structure, dark squared bishop will be my weak piece, because it's the same color as my pawn structure. But not in this situation, because it's out of the structure and black's bishop is blocked by it. So a4, queen b7, and a5, a6. Yeah, so he has time to stop it. Maybe I can play queen a6 first. He'll play knight b8 then. Now let's go, let's play a4. Now he'll play queen b7, definitely. He doesn't have any other moves because he has to like stop a5. He didn't do it. Oh, but he counterattacked the b2 pawn. Is it enough though? Is it enough? I don't think that's enough. I'll play a5. Let's go. I think that this endgame favors me due to like tactical perspectives. I'll have the bishop takes f6 threat here. No, he has to exchange. He has no business thinking in this position. Yeah, it's 5 on 5, but I have a rook on a7, which is active. I'll have my second rook active. Bishop takes f6 is a huge threat because I'll win the pawn on e7. No, not a huge threat because now it's not working because of knight d5. This will be a threat. And actually his bishop is still awful. Где русский язык, we are asked. We are not streaming in Russian because most of our audience is English speaking, so sorry. e5 looks like a blunder, and I think it is a blunder because I can play knight c4 and knight takes d6 at the very least. I'll do exactly that. Oh, guys. You know, chess is an intellectual game, so if you talk like this, you don't deserve to have a chess content in any language. Not in Russian, not in English. You have to learn manners first, then chess. Now I think his rook on f8 will really be in trouble. I can like pressure it with bishop e7. Yeah, you see, so there are some tactics already. Or maybe it's not yet. I can play rook c7, this will be safe. I can take on e4 also. He'll take on e5. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll play bishop e7 first. And when he plays rook b8, which he will likely do, because if he plays knight c6, I'll just take on f8, then take on g7, then take on e4, and I'll have material advantage. So he is likely has to play rook b8, and now I'll play bishop f6. So you see, now I defended the e5 pawn, and I attacked the f7 pawn. The only problem may be the knight c6 move. So if he plays knight c6, I'll take on f7, he'll be forced to take on f6, and I'll take on f6 with my pawn, and pawn goes away from the attacking side of the knight on e5. So he plays rook f8. Now I can at least take and play e6, or I can take on e4, which is maybe even better. Or maybe it's not, because the pawn on c4 will be attacked. So take an e6. Oh, it's winning actually, so what am I even thinking? Is it winning? Yeah, it's winning. Let's go. Because if he plays knight c6, I have the rook c7 move. And then e7 is a threat that can't be really countered in any way. So e7 is just a very strong threat. Yeah, rook c7 just destroys him. So you see his pieces are just too passive here. Yeah, no safety. King f6. Yeah. I can take on c6. Or maybe I have something better than this. No, I'll just take. I'll just take. And now, what now? Now I'll take on e4. And now I'll take on c5. So I just ate basically everything. And now he'll be checkmated, I think. Rook c7 and then rook d7. Oh, he's going into a checkmate. A beautiful one as well. Oh, guys, it's for you. Does it look nice? I think it looks nice. So I'm not playing tactical chess, but somehow like every second game that I'm playing is some sort of content. So, oh wow, the guy on the second place is really trying hard to catch me. He's quite close. So 2 games behind me. Oh, and I'm playing against him. Actually, I'm controlling my fate, so I can just play slow, and he will not have time to catch me. But I'll not be like this. If he just plays better than me, I'll just resign. I think he still doesn't have time for 2 games, so I don't think that it will even matter, to be honest. And all this is actually meaning something if he wins, which he has to do, and it's not going to be easy. I'll take with my queen here, because I want the threat on the diagonal. Now maybe c5. No, knight d7 first. Now maybe c5. No, rook d8 first. I want to take my time. I don't want to play c5. I want him to like weaken a little bit. I can play rook c8 or c5 right now. I still want to play rook c8 first. I have no reason to rush, so my pieces are standing in good positions. Now I can play queen h5. Bishop e2, you see? So he gained nothing from this, and I can play queen g6. So now the checkmate threat is a little bit stronger, because now my queen is not so easy to be forced away. He plays king h1. This move really does nothing. I have a nice move, knight e5. A very funny one. But I don't think that it leads to something. I can do it just for content, but I don't think that I'll do this. I'll play c5. Let's play good chess in the first place. c5, bishop d3 is played. So what can I do? He just wants his draw, so I can play bishop e4, of course. And he'll play knight h4 though. This is a like, oh no, he can't play knight h4. I'm controlling the h4 square. What am I talking about? So I can take on f3 as well. He'll have to take with the pawn. But I'm not sure that this really favors me a lot. Maybe it is. Let's go. I think that's a nice decision. Now queen h5. Let's go. Let's try to play for win. Enough just passive plays for today. So bishop e2. Now f4 is threatening. I think queen h4 will be a nice decision. Because now his rook is like stopped. Because the pawn on f2 will be in danger if he moves it. Now I'll play bishop f6 to pin the pawn. And then I'll take on d4. Nice and easy. Oh, bishop f3 is really a serious mistake, I think. Oh, no, it's not. Actually, I didn't see that he can take on c8. So you see, I'm a little bit tired myself. I'll just exchange. And play queen knight f6, maybe. Yeah, knight f6 is nice. I think my position is still a little bit better because, once again, queen and a knight is better than queen and a bishop. I can exchange it if I want. I can play knight g4. His pieces are stopped, so he can't move the rook away. And that's a huge factor. And it's not easy for him to really make this work. So he has to play king g1, and king is not safe on g1, to be honest. For example, if he plays king g1, I can play knight g4. He's almost forced to exchange. Oh, king g2 is played. This is a little bit better, I think. Because now knight g4 can be met by h3. Well, I have to think now. That's not an easy position. And I don't have time. I'll play g6. Hope for the best. Now rook c2. I just want my pieces to be active. I want his rook to stand on f1 and not move an inch. I think this is important now. No, but I don't have a plan myself. That's a problem. Play king g7. My knight is pinned now. So both sides don't have plan. I could play g5 actually. Maybe this is a plan. Bishop e4. I'll play rook a2 maybe. Oh no, maybe he can catch a rook. No, you don't want it. I'll go for g5. I think this is a good maneuver. Yeah, let's go g5. This is at least safe. I have an active rook. This is a factor. a5 now. Now knight will go to c5. Oh, he blocked it. Wow. That's some good endgame skills from my opponent. But it's not going to help him, I think. I'm moving my king closer to the action. Now I'll go knight d7. Knight e5 can be played now. So he has to watch out. I don't think that knight c5 was the best move, but I'm just a little bit scared, so I try to play fast and think less. Knight e4. I missed this opportunity. But I'll have this chance once more. It's really such a difficult threat to defend against. He sees it. But what can he really do against it? It's inevitable. If he moves the bishop away, I'll take the pawn on b3. It will be over one way or another. Rook takes f2 can also be played, but knight e4 is better. Yeah, knight e4 just puts an end to it. Yeah, we won this. We won this and the tournament finished. This was a nice game. So let's go, guys. First place, 13 games and 13 wins. Nice and easy. 8 points ahead. I want to take a little time and screw it. I'm fine. I don't want anything more. I wanted to analyze my last game, but I really don't care anymore. So the tournament is over. So I'll go and chill. I had a difficult day at work, and now I was streaming. This is like really makes me tired, exhausted. I hope you had some fun. Congratulations. You're writing in Russian like Kirillisa. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. See you guys. See you next Monday. I hope the girls will be with me next time. And I'll be commentating, not be like trying hard and concentrating. Thank you for your attention, for your donations, and see you next Monday. Bye.